Today, this generator was brought to our workshop, and as professionals in the field, we are asked to diagnose what's wrong with it. So you can see we are trying to start the generator to confirm what is wrong, and then we have opened the valve cover, checking on the tappet if there was any readjustment that would have affected it, but yet there is no response. The engine is not starting. So now we want to check the plug, the spark plug, to see if the spark plug is working or the starting coil is supplying current to the spark plug for us to be able to know if the spark plug is working or not. So and now we can see the spark plug is fine, it's working, it's sparking, but yet the engine refuses to start. So now what we want to do is to check if it has lost compression, which we have confirmed. So now what we want to do is want to open the engine to check why it is losing compression. Now this is common with generators like this because this is a 2.8 kVA portable generator, and it's common with them. After some time, as it's working, due to the heat emission from the exhaust valve, most often time the exhaust valve goes through the process of tear and wear, which is caused by friction. So, and once that takes place, the generator will not work, or it will, before it will start, it will be very difficult, and oftentimes to lose compression. And when it loses compression, it will be so difficult to power, except you have to put oil through the plug, then power the engine. But that will not work for a long time, and it will not give you maximum, delivery of work. So therefore, you can see we've removed the exhaust, we've removed the carburetor. Now we want to take out the top cylinder to verify what is really wrong. Many a times, a lot of us, we are using these generators without knowing much details about it, and that is the reason or purpose of this video. So you can see we've removed the top cylinder. We want to check which of the valve is leaking. Sometimes the carburetor valve do the same. Now we are checking the carburetor valve, we're adding fuel, turning fuel into the entrance, and it's not leaking. Whoa, you can see this, that the exhaust valve is leaking seriously. You can see what I'm saying. Once it's leaking like this, it will not work. So now we are removing the valve so I can get a new one to replace them with. Now this engine is a 7-step engine. It has a 7 steps, so therefore we must be observant of these details. So we are removing the valve. As you can see, we are removing the valve. Yes. So there's a valve key there. We remove the valve key. So now we've removed the spring. Now we can now remove the valve. Yes.
So put two valves in my foot. Put the two valves.
Yes, you can see the valve is in a bad shape. The exhaust valve, precisely the one on the right, is the exhaust valve. So now the top is okay. This is the top cylinder. You are seeing now we've gotten a new valve. We are replacing it with a new one right now. And one of the reasons why I don't ground valve is this. Yes, if I ground that exhaust valve, it will work. But there's a problem it will create over a long time. The grinding process will also cause a friction or tear to the top, and over time you discover that the top will be so bad that you have to replace it. So for that not to happen, we just replace the valve with a new one. Now you can see we are putting fuel to confirm if it's going to leak. You can see it is no more leaking. Yes, it's no more leaking like the way it was the first time. We tested the carburetor. Now we are checking the exhaust valve. See, this is the exhaust valve right now. You can see this is the exhaust valve. See, there's no more leaking, meaning the top is okay. Now it is time to couple the engine. Wow, there's the problem here. This top gasket is faulty. You can see this place has peeled away, and the other pieces still on the block of this engine. Now this is what will happen. If we couple this way, it will work. The engine will start, but it will be leaking oil because that particular area will be leaking. So we have to scratch away the pieces from the entrance of the block or from the top cylinder, and we've gotten a new top gasket to replace it. So you can see we are putting in the new gasket. Yes, it's time to couple. So we're coupling it. Now let me use this as also a medium. So advise you, those of us using this type of generator, please always ensure you check your oil. Many times people don't check their oil. They just believe because I changed the oil yesterday, so for the next 1 week, 2 weeks, there shouldn't be a problem of oil. Now this is what you should know. This generator has what is called oil switch. Sometimes the oil switch will fail and thereby causing the generator to knock. So therefore, you have to check the oil by yourself. Check the oil every time before you power it. Check the oil, and when you are done checking the oil, the next thing is you check the fuel, because many times there's a filter on the tank, but because do I see carelessness or what? When the filter is bad, we don't replace it anymore. We just keep using that way, and that will be bad. Because by the time there's water inside the fuel and you turn on inside, what will happen? The same water will go to the carburetor, and this carburetor will begin to give you fault. Now this is the carburetor we are coupling. Yes, this is the carburetor. You can see how it is being coupled. Yes. Now, it's a very vital part of the generator. It's what supplies the fuel. It's what also determines the speed of the engine, how smooth the engine will run or not. Yes, so that is the carburetor we are coupling right now. Now we are doing all this to ensure that the generator will work properly. Remember, it was brought in for us to fix, so we are fixing it, as you can see, and that's why we are making this video for those of us who are at home who have a similar generator like this. You should know what to do in case your generator stop working and you check the spark plug, there's light. You can equally remove the plug. Use your thumb to cover the entrance of the block of the entrance of the place of the hole where you put the plug, then pull the starter as if you want to start the engine. Now if the air coming in is not strong enough to push your thumb from the entrance, meaning that engine is losing compression. Now some compression is not necessarily that the valve is bad. Sometimes the valve can be suffering from losing bolts. All you need to do is what? Readjust the valve, then that problem go away. So now we want to start the engine to see what will happen after this. Yes, so you can see we want to power the generator. We've coupled it, so we have to start it. You see, just one click, the engine is working smoothly. Why? Because we have solved the problem, the back of the problem. So now all that is left is just couple the rest, and okay, now you can enjoy the generator. Like, subscribe and click on the notification button for you to be notified when we upload on that video. And also please leave your comments at the comment section or any question in which I will reply to you. Till I come your way once again, have a nice day. God bless you.